This is Senator Collins. She's a so-called moderate Republican. And they're going to ask her, hey, you know, you're offering amendments to this bill. That's interesting. So does that mean you're in play, that you might vote for this bill if your amendments win? That's a good question. Let's go to clip number 2 and find out.
Could you just tell us, where have you evolved at all in your process in terms of supporting or not supporting this bill?
Well,
Just speaking to the mic,
sure.
please.
First, let me say that I'm grateful for the work that Senator Lieberman has done.
Really?
I
Yeah.
believe that his principal stance have improved the bill.
Oh, of course you do.
I very much would like to see a health care bill that is based on lowering costs, expanding access, helping small businesses pass. But I don't see voting for the current bill that is on the floor, even with the improvements that have been made. I'm very leery of the impact of nearly $500 billion in Medicare cuts, particularly the cuts in home health care, which are completely counterproductive of the goal of lowering costs. This bill is getting better, but it's still too deeply flawed for me to support it.
So that's part one. I got a lot of what I wanted because of Senator Lieberman. He did the Republican bidding. Collins is a Republican. You heard her. She loved what Lieberman did to the bill. Okay, are you going to vote for it? No, of course not. No. You can do anything you like. I still won't vote with it. You don't believe me? Let's go to part 2. Watch this.
Have you had any conversation with the leadership about Senator Lieberman and Senator Wyden's proposal and your proposal to include that in the manager's amendment?
I have had some conversations, but they have not given me an answer at this point. I should make clear that while I care deeply about those amendments and believe that they make significant improvements in the bill, that their adoption would not be sufficient to persuade me to vote for the bill. I'm still very concerned about the enormous cuts in the Medicare programs and what that would mean to access to health care for our seniors.
Then why offer them if you don't think it's going to make it?
Because I think something is going to pass, and I would like to make that bill as good as possible, even if ultimately it's not a bill that I can support. I believe that I have an obligation to try to improve the bill, not to just say no.
Did you get that? That is a stunning admission. Yeah, I'm offering amendments. If they accept all of my amendments, I will still vote no. So there is literally nothing that the Democrats could do that would get a single Republican vote. She is the most moderate of the Republicans, along with Olympia Snowe. And she says, if you accept everything I demand of you, I will still vote no. And by the way, those amendments, you think they help the bill? No, those amendments are meant to destroy the bill. They're meant to make it less effective, cover less people, make it more expensive, so that after they vote no, and then if the bill passes with their amendments, and it sucks later, they think, yes, booyah. So let's go out there and campaign against the bill. They'll be like, see, we told you the bill was going to be terrible. I voted no. I told you the bill was going to be terrible. Why is it terrible? Because of the amendments that they got passed. Why are we having a conversation with these people? I mean, the Democratic weakness is, as usual, historic. If somebody comes and tells me I'm trying to put amendments in your bill to screw it up, and I'm never going to vote for it anyway, I say, well, that's interesting. Now, here's my thought to you. Piss off, okay? Your amendments. We're talking about your amendments? Well, of course I'm not going to accept your amendments. And these are the people that Barack Obama is trying to appease? You don't believe me that Obama is trying to appease them? Let's go to part number 3. Susan Collins.
Have you had any persuasion from the White, the other end of Pennsylvania Avenue in recent days?
I've had extensive discussions with the president, with his chief of staff, with the OMB director, with the White House health policy advisor. Those have been helpful, and I appreciate the dialogue that we're having, but they certainly have not moved me to be able to support the bill at this point.
So what's Obama doing? Why is he reaching out to someone who says on national television, I will never vote for your bill if you give me everything you want? Why is he still calling her like, oh, Susan, how you doing? Oh, yeah, let's give it a shot. I mean, is he dumb? Is he hopelessly naive? Or he secretly wants what Collins wants and is going to pretend to say, oh, Susan Collins twisted my arm. Well, what could I do? Oh, yeah, I got rid of the public option. Oh, Medicare buy-in. Oh, no, so my friend Susan Collins says she doesn't want it. What could I do? But you know you're not going to get her vote. No, I couldn't do it. Susan Collins made me do it. Joe Lieberman made me do it. But it wasn't me. It wasn't me. That's the game that's being played here. And so when you see games like that, you think, so those are the guys that are going to get my vote?